Okay, there's only 3 ways that you can actually make money reselling sneakers right now, and in this video I'm going to break down all of them and show you how I'm using it and how hundreds of people are using it to make thousands of dollars. I'm going to break down the exact system, what I do, and how I've helped hundreds of people do this. So by the end of this video, you're going to leave with the knowledge to go and make thousands of dollars reselling sneakers right now in 2024 or in 2025 if that's when you're watching this. And don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to set up sneaker bots, and I'm definitely not going to tell you to go and get a bunch of iPhones so that you can just keep entering the sneakers raffles, because that doesn't work. Nobody does that. But what this video will contain is exactly what I am doing personally right now to hopefully hit my goal of making at least $50,000 in profit in these next 3 months of 2024. And I'm just gonna hop right into this. No bullshit, no sugar coating. So if you guys find this video valuable, all I'm gonna ask you to do is click that subscribe button and like this, and then maybe share it with a friend. And look, I'm just gonna start out with a hard truth. If you're not making at least 3 to 5K a month right now consistently, it's probably because you're doing something wrong. Especially right now in Q4, the opportunities are crazy. I'm not saying this to be a dick, but I am saying this for is to bring to your mind that you are not doing something right. And so keep watching this video so I can show you what you're not doing right. Okay, boom, let's just hop right into it. So the first major way that you can make money reselling sneakers is with sneaker wholesale, and kind of that goes along with that, sneaker drop shipping. So if you don't already know what sneaker drop shipping is, you're basically middlemaning a deal. So let's say you have a buyer and a seller, and you know the buyer wants to buy a pair of Kobe's, for example, but you don't have any Kobe's. Your seller has the Kobe's, but the buyer and the seller don't know each other. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna get the money from your buyer. Let's say the Kobe's are $100 to just make this easy, and you're gonna get the seller to sell you the Kobe's for $80. Then you're just gonna have the seller ship to your buyer, right? You're gonna pay the seller his $80, he's happy, he gets his money, and the buyer gets his shoes, he's happy. You're gonna be left with $20 in between. That's basically what a sneaker dropshipping deal looks like. I have a full 1-hour course here on YouTube that explains exactly how to do sneaker dropshipping. So if you want to get more into specifics with that, go check this video out after, but don't click off yet. I know you're a monkey. Don't let that monkey brain control you. All right, stay on this video. So dropshipping is kind of that subset, and you're going to be doing this along with wholesale, but wholesale is kind of like the main thing, right? So with wholesale, what you're doing is you're buying shoes in bulk and you're selling them to other resellers, or you're selling them to sneaker stores who usually are going to be paying the best. So essentially you're quick flipping, right? Which means you're getting stuff in and you're trying to sell it before you even get it in hand, or just as soon as you humanly possibly can. And this is what makes wholesale so much better than a lot of other business models, because you can get a shoe in and maybe 5 days later have the money for it already back in your pocket. And so there's not really many business models where that's possible. We'll dive into a couple of these other opportunities later and these other platforms later, but you normally have to wait for payments to get released and increased shipping delays. That you just don't want to deal with all that. So with wholesale, you're really only waiting for the product to get to you and then get to your client. And if you're doing drop shipping, you kind of take out that part of it having to come to you. So you can really turn around your money really fast. And only if you're only making $5, $10, $15 a pair, but you're just moving them so quick, you can quickly start that snowball effect where you might start with like $100 and then before you know, you're at thousands, right? So that's kind of the gist of how wholesale works. I'll kind of dive in how you can actually find shoes to buy, what to pay for them, etc., and you know how to find those stores that are going to actually pay you the money that you want for your shoes. So to buy in bulk, the first major thing that you need to do if you don't already have this process figured out yet is go and get an Instagram account specifically for sneakers. So I'm going to pop up on screen my ZNA Kicks account right now. You can kind of just look at that as like a reference on how to build your page, but try to just make content where you're showing your day-to-day journey of being a sneaker reseller. If you're a complete beginner sneaker reseller, then go look at that sneaker dropshipping course video, and I have a bunch of different examples of content you can make to start trying to throw some stuff together to make yourself stand out. Because really what's going to help you look more appealing to buyers and sellers, like both alike, is that your page looks like a legitimate person. If I click on your page and I'm just seeing you holding a shoe in your hand like everyone else does, and there's no uniqueness whatsoever to your page, then no wonder people aren't responding to you, because you have 80 followers or 50 followers. So if you're at least starting to put some sort of effort into your content, whether or not it goes viral, it's still going to show people that you are a legitimate person, and then they can at least bother giving you a follow, right? Which is going to add up over time. So what I like to do for your bio, just keep your location, give a simple, quick, like one-liner about what it is that you do. So just be like, I'm a sneaker wholesaler. You can put that in there. For the third line, you can just kind of put a CTA. So just tell people like what to actually do. So if you want to put all your available inventory in like your Instagram highlights, you could just say click highlights for available inventory, or DM me to buy and sell. That's really all you need. You don't need to overcomplicate this too much. Like I said, I'll pop up on the screen a couple of different Instagrams that you can reference for like maybe a good, I guess, starting point for your bio and stuff, but literally don't overthink this too much. Make your name something simple and memorable. Don't put too many dots or underscores. Just make it something that if someone wanted to search it up again, they could easily find you, right? Think about ZNA Kicks. It doesn't even really have like that crazy of a meaning, but there's a nice ring to it, and it's pretty easy to remember and find. So now as you have like a decent Instagram and you went and watched that course video, and now you have a decent idea of what content to make your Instagram look somewhat presentable, now you can start outreaching stores. So what you're going to do is look for stores in your local area, sneaker stores in Milwaukee or sneaker stores in Tennessee, and see what pops up and start finding the Instagrams for all these stores. Follow them, engage with their content, and get a list of inventory together, preferably before you start reaching out. Now, you can still reach out before you have inventory, but your success rate is going to go up a lot more when you have some stuff in hand and you're approaching these stores like, hey, I have these 20 pairs. What are you guys buying right now? I don't know why a lot of resellers overcomplicate this process, but some of my best friends are store owners, and I literally made friendships with them by just walking into the store and talking to them. I didn't show up with a bunch of followers when I was making these connections. I didn't have a bunch of shoes in my hand. I didn't pull up in a Lamborghini. I just pulled up and I was a cool dude, and I talked about my love for sneakers, and we kind of related on that. So don't overcomplicate this process, but a lot of building connections in this business is just building actual genuine connections in life in general. So get out, go touch some grass, go talk to some resellers, and go talk to some store owners, because doing this is going to lead to a lot more success with selling. Store owners are always going to pay the best, so having more store owners in your network and having more people that are capable of paying those crazy prices. Think about it, store owners are selling pandas for $250 and $200 still, and right now market's like $80, right? So people that can pay you that good are always good to have in your back pocket. You really only need 5 to 10 like really solid paying stores to be selling thousands of dollars a month in profit, and I mean that's not super hard to get. If you reach out to 1,000 stores, I guarantee you'll have 5 to 10 that you can sell to. So cool, now you have some sort of idea of how to actually go and find stores, and you're on Instagram just browsing through different people. I'll actually give you one more method actually. So what you can do is go back to Instagram and you can do something called buyer seller hacking. Now this is one thing that we kind of coined the term of. Shout out to Ethan from Michigan Hype, he kind of helped us coin this term, so not gonna steal all the credit, but you can go to people's reference posts on Instagram, which is like their first post on their IG, and you're gonna see all the people that have done business with them previously. You can just kind of scroll through that. So as you're scrolling through their first post, you're gonna see store owners, you're gonna see sellers, you're gonna see buyers, and this is gonna kind of tie into how to actually find the inventory that you want to sell. So while you're scrolling through these reference posts, you're gonna see all these different people. Start clicking through some of these pages and just looking. If it's a store, boom, that's someone that you can reach out to, write it down, and just keep going through all these reference posts that you see, because every time you click on a new reseller, that's a new reference post, which means new leads, right? So you're gonna click on the reference post, look through the people that have commented on that post, and start reaching out to them. You're gonna get a bunch of buyers, you're gonna get a bunch of sellers, and this is genuinely how I found every single one of my buyers and sellers. It's been through this method of just looking at what other people who other people are selling to and who other people are buying from. It's really not that complicated. I know I keep saying that, but like I want you guys to understand, like this is one of the most simplistic business models out there. You have to find product and find people that buy your product. There's not that much in between. You're not running ads, you're not building a website, you're not doing copywriting. Like there's really not that much to do other than like these couple of parts. Now it can be difficult and it takes some time to kind of build that up, but I promise you this is something that you can do and you will be able to figure this out. All right, so now you have some sort of idea of how to find stores to sell to, or at least some other buyers to sell to. You're going to use that same buyer seller hacking method where you're looking through the reference posts that we literally just went over to find more sellers, but there's a couple other different ways. So there's Discord servers that you can join, and I'll link a bunch of them in the description that I use that I buy off of. So join those, join the want to buy and want to sell section. So WTB just means want to buy, it's like abbreviation. WTS, want to sell. You're gonna look in the want to sell channels and you're just gonna DM people on Discord and buy from them. I buy a lot of my inventory from Discord. You gotta be a little bit careful because people are sketchy on Discord. It's not as safe as Instagram. Instagram is also sometimes sketchy, so just be very careful. Make sure they're trusted people. Look at their references. Ask me on Instagram, just DM me before you get scammed. I'd rather you DM me and me take some time out of my day than you get scammed. So just be very careful if you're buying off of Discord. But Discord groups are really good. There's tons of different other like WhatsApp groups and stuff that you can join to buy from, depending on, you know, if you have a good supplier, you can just join their WhatsApp group. A lot of them make those. We have one for us too. I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so this is my Instagram. Make sure you follow me if you're not already following me. I'll link it in the description. But all you're gonna do, let's just say we go to like ZNA Kicks, right? That's my Instagram. You go to this first post, which is the reference post. A lot of the time people have it like linked in their like bio as well, but click on this first post. You can see 174 people right here that are potential buyers and sellers. Now I can click on this guy. I can see he's located in Nashville, Tennessee, and he buys and sells. He has an available highlight, so I can click on this and I can see what he has available. So, you know, maybe I'm in the market for like one of these shoes. Well, there's options right here. I can also see where he's located, right? See this guy, he said said 100% legit, easy communication. So he doesn't really tell me what we did. This guy said ran GUA, got paid the same day. So this means that this guy sold 2 ZNA kicks, GUA, gifted upon arrival, which means he sent the shoes to ZNA kicks first. Like he sent the shoes to us first, then we paid him once we got it. So probably a newer reseller. That's what that tells me. That probably also means he has some good deals. So I'm just gonna keep scrolling until I see someone that is like super bulk. Okay, like SoCal Hype, right? This is an overseas supplier. Boom, just like leaked an overseas supplier for all you guys. So you can see right here, he has like a whole channel and everything, and tons of different bulk here you can buy from. He posts a lot of it on the story. You can see 17 pairs right here, 25 pairs right here, 11 pairs, 17 pairs. All of this ships from overseas, so it's pretty decent pricing. Like 55 shipped on vintage grade lows. I used to sell this shoe for 200. I don't know what market is now, but like that's kind of how you go and find all these people, and then you'll just follow them. I also have like a Notion template that you can use to track them, but you don't have to use that. You can just write them in your notes or just literally just follow them on Instagram. I even made like a separate Instagram just to like show this method to people, but like all these people that I followed right here are solid resellers. So, you know, go steal this Instagram too, and you can just literally follow the people that I follow on here and you're good. Okay, it was super in depth. I didn't want to go too much more into detail. I kind of just want to do like a brief overview. The next method to make money is brick links. So everyone says retail's dead, and even I've said that in the past that retail is dead, and I think you can't solely rely on retail because it's kind of inconsistent. But recently I've been doing a lot of bricks. Brick flipping has been really good. So what brick flipping is buying shoes that aren't super profitable at discount and stacking discount codes and using, you know, sales tax free addresses to just get really solid pricing. Maybe only making $10, $15, $20 per pair, $30 per pair. Sometimes you can make more with bricks, but you're not trying to make a super crazy amount of money, but they're easy to buy. They usually sit in stock for a good amount of time, so you're not entering a raffle or anything, and you can just make quick money moving stuff like that. So Air Maxes, Sambas, these are a lot of the shoes that you're going to see that will be in like the brick links category. So what I like to do is I send all my shoes to a prep center. So if you guys want to get access to the same prep center that I use, you can shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm happy to connect you with them. I've been getting all of my prep work done for every single thing that I do. Any venture that I go into, I'd have them handle it for now until I can eventually afford to move to a different state and set up a warehouse. Probably not going to happen anytime soon just because I like living in Tennessee, but I have my warehouse there that I'm partnered with in a sales tax free address. So I don't pay taxes on anything, sales tax. And in Tennessee, it's 9.25%. So 10% on pretty much everything off, it makes me a lot more money. If I was paying 10% additional on all these different shoes, I would be losing a lot more, and a lot of stuff wouldn't even be profitable because I might only be making a 10% margin. So that's something to really keep in mind. There's tons of prep centers all over. KNet is like a newer thing that you can look into. DP, super cool dude. They started this tool where basically they let you cross-list on all the platforms at reduced fees. You can drop ship your inventory directly to them, and they'll sell it for you on their platforms and give you a payout. So I haven't done too much of that myself. I send a couple of things here and there, so I'm not gonna like openly crazily promote it like I've done it a bunch, but I know a lot of people have had really good success with it, and it's a really good tool if you don't want to do your own fulfillment and you have high selling fees on like StockX, Goat, eBay, etc. So look into that because it's really cool. Now to actually get these brick links, there's a couple different options. Really, you need to stay connected. Twitter is a good place. There's a lot of them get posted there. For me, I just use my Discord group, so I'm not trying to plug you, I promise, but I have a Discord group that's $49 a month. You can join that. Tons of sneaker information, and so that's a resource that you could use. I'll just drop the link in the bio, but look, you don't have to join mine. There's tons of different other ones out there. That's a really useful tool for me. I literally just leave it propped up on this monitor all day, and whenever I get a notification from one of my providers, I just buy. So some of these Uggs back here, I'm paying like $89, $75, all over the place, like low prices, and that's because I'm able to quickly capitalize on these opportunities, stack discount codes, buy discounted gift cards, right? All this stuff is like legitimate ways to just decrease the amount you're paying for shoes that otherwise wouldn't be profitable. If you pay $200 for Air Maxes, they suck. But if you pay $70 for Air Maxes and sell them for $150, $130, like it's not so bad, right? So that's something that you can definitely look into. My Discord server also has monitors. A lot of servers have monitors too. You can sit on monitors. I'll pop up with some of my members here that have done that, but people sit on monitors, and when something that is profitable restocks, you can just snag it real quick, buy it directly from the monitor's link. So tons of different options when you have a resource like a cook group. Like I said, I don't solely rely on brick links anymore. Like that was something that you could really do a couple years ago. A lot of people do solely rely on them, and they do really well with it. For me, I'm mainly doing wholesale, but like I said, it's a good resource to have too. And if you have those additional tools, why not, right? So definitely check that out. Link in the description if you want to join that and get access to my monitors and my brick links. Okay, cool. And kind of the last thing, I know this has been trending a lot in the sneaker community recently, is Amazon. So this is not something that I talk about super crazy amount, and the reason for that is because it's honestly sugar coated a lot more than people realize. Like it's a lot harder, a lot more expensive, and a lot riskier than people make it out to be, but Amazon is still a great platform to have. It's still a great tool to have. So what Amazon kind of does is it allows you to sell other brands like Hoka on Cloud, Brooks, like brands that you might not ever have sold as a sneaker reseller. But with that, you have to become a lot more legitimate as a business, right? You have to have business insurance after you do 10K a month for 3 months in a row, which if you're trying to push any kind of volume, you're going to do 10K a month in sales pretty soon. There's a whole bunch of different little implications like that might kind of scare you away. On top of that, your account can get randomly shut down. I recently just went through this. My account was just randomly deactivated because some brand decided to come after me. I was thankfully buying only authentic products, so I was able to get it off and get my account back. But there's people that I've known that have had $50,000 to $150,000 held up and stolen from them, and they basically just can't get it back from Amazon because their account just got deactivated. They didn't have the right invoices. Maybe they bought authentic products, but they just didn't have a way of proving it the way Amazon wanted it. You can get your account shut down. So it's a lot riskier than people make it out to be, but it is pretty damn scalable. If I'm just being completely honest, you can send stuff to prep center. So a lot of the product that I'm sending in, I never even touch it. Just send it into my prep center. They prep it for me. They ship it out to Amazon. It sells, and we just rinse and repeat. I take that capital and you move it around to different places. So it can be a great tool to do. If you want me to make a video diving further into how I move sneakers on Amazon and how I kind of go into that, that's something that we can talk about. Another thing to keep in mind is there are returns on Amazon. So sneakers are one of the most ever returned categories, but sneakers is a super highly returned category. I think anywhere from 10 to 20% is like an average, which is crazy. So if you're selling $200 shoes and they're getting returned 10% of the time, that's something you have to account for, and it can kill your profitability. There's going to be months where you get a ton of returns and you don't make as much profit as you think. So that's something to keep in mind too, that not a lot of people are talking about because everyone just wants to sell you their Amazon course. So I like to just keep it transparent. It's a great tool. You should look into selling on Amazon, but also understand that there are other implications that come with it. And that's just something that I wanted to make clear. All right, guys, so this pretty much wraps up this video. I wanted to kind of give you guys the brief overview of everything. If there's any of these topics that you want me to dive into deeper on a YouTube video like this, or on my Instagram in a short form video, let me know in the comments down below so that I know what you guys actually want me to make. I'm trying to go a lot harder on YouTube and post more consistently. I just want to make valuable content like this. So just subscribe, like. If you didn't like this, dislike it, and tell me why in the comments so I can make it better. And go out there and crush it. This is the exact 3 things that I'm doing right now in my own business and my own day-to-day life to make money. This is how I plan on making $50,000 or more in these next 3 months. And this is exactly what I am preaching to everyone, because this is what I'm doing. So if you guys want to see more of the behind the scenes insights, make sure you follow me on Instagram too. And if you wanted to work with me directly and just get this thing kicked off, learn all my systems, learn all my strategies right off the jump, and just kind of skip the learning curve, you can book a call with me or my team down below and we can discuss that. But with that being said, please subscribe, man, please. All right, I just want more subscribers. That's all I want. And if you wanted to work with me more directly, you can book a call down below in the description to speak with me or my team and see how we can help you out. But with that being said, subscribe, share this video with a friend, and let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And I'll see you in a couple days, hopefully.